Hi everyone, good morning. Today I'm trying something different. I have come here with a book review, a book that I have read recently. In fact, I finished it today. The book is called The Almanack of Naval Ravikant, written by Eric Jorgensen. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Funny thing, when I bought this book from a book stand, I thought it's like any other self-help book. I didn't know about this book or about Naval Ravikant at all. So in my head, I was just picking a random book to read, right? Just to kill some time. And I was not hoping a lot from the book. When I started reading this book on 8 December, by the way, today is 21st December. When I started reading this book, I felt okay, fine, right? It was nicely written, the language was simple, all of that, and it was an okay book. Then, as I made some headway further in the book, I realized its relevance. I realized how important this book could be. Then I started philosophy chapter, and my God, I think this is the best and the simplest words that I have ever read in philosophy. Mind you, I have read few books. There are few good books that I have read. The Courage to be Disliked top the book list that I recommend, or I will be recommending to my daughter. But this one, honestly speaking, has now topped that list for the sheer fact this is hard truth. The book has real wisdom, and it's in so simple words that you will be in awe. So if I really have to summarize the strengths of the book, I would say the hard truth, the reality that it talks about is amazing. No frills, no fancy words, no fantasy world. What it's telling you about how the real world is, what really matters in the real world, and that's simply amazing. I really could relate to many things in the chapter philosophy, and I'm really happy and really proud of that. And I say proud because I found it so relatable, and I found it was conveying what I would want to convey to people. Right? If I have to share some of pearls of wisdom from my life, those are the exact words I will be telling them about. So if you ask me to read something that I really admire the most, or I really enjoyed reading, one is very relatable. It says, there is no end point to self-awareness and self-discovery. It's a lifelong process you hopefully keep getting better and better at. So many times I wonder, I'm doing few things, right? There are a lot of things that I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm just doing things randomly, or whatever I want to do, or whenever I want to do. A lot of random things, and I'm doing it. At times I have questioned myself, why is it like that? Why am I doing so many things? And I realized I'm trying to figure out I'm exploring. I want to see. I want to discover what it turns out to be. So, from that thought process, I found these lines highly, highly relatable and just love them. There is also one line which talks about just have an open mind and just keep listening or reading. See what works for you, adopt it, and discard the rest. You don't necessarily have to absorb everything. So that's a very good lesson. Another important thing from the book that says interpretation that I have, or the belief that I have. Whenever you're reading something or listening to something, watching something, look for the rational part. You don't necessarily have to absorb and believe everything. Just the rational mind and see whether you agree with it, right? If there is certain piece of information which you are not able to comprehend at that point in time, yeah. For example, meditation helps clear your mind, right? Many people have experienced it. If not experiencing the same, that's okay. Maybe that's not for you. You don't want to believe that meditation works? Don't. If it's not working for you, if you're not able to verify it, don't believe in it. But make sure that you are doing that logical evaluation. You are going with an intent to verify the facts or verify the beliefs that they are saying. If it fits with your beliefs, go for it. If you think you need more evidence before you could really believe it, so be it. In my view, it's a very logical way to do it, and that's how it should be. One cannot be going on believing on everything or anything that you hear or see. It should go through your own evaluation process. So I will highly recommend this book to everyone who is in the path of discovery or someone who wants to enjoy reading a good book. I'm sure you will end up receiving many pearls of wisdom from the book, and you will find it really helpful. Thank you for listening to me.